point. And this is how they manipulate the community. Continue. If you look at everything Democratic, because we often at times expect people to automatically vote blue and vote Democrat regardless of where they come from, what their socioeconomic status is. If you Black, you vote Democrat, right? Black women voted Democrat at a 92% clip. Black men, 78%. We don't even ask ourselves why. Ain't none of what they do aligning with our culture. If you can find me one clip, one entire live stream in its full context, where Charlie Kirk went off against Black people, when he like I'll give you another example. A lot of people like to take the talking point of what he said about the pilot situation. Mm-hmm. If I see a Black woman as a pilot on American Airlines, I'm automatically going to start to question, well, the reason why that was, he wasn't talking about Black people specifically. He was talking about American Airlines having a program to where they started to push out people that was qualified for the job, but instead they started to recruit just based off of Blackness and the fact that you're a woman. So the majority of things that you can use for diversity, equity, and inclusion was one of the reasons why American Airlines started to recruit pilots, and then they had a problem with one of their planes, and it just so happened to be one of us to be at the helm of it. So what he was using as a talking point is, you can't by default trust American Airlines because they're qualifying people based off of their looks and their gender, not necessarily whether or not they're the best for the plane. Mm. So if you looked at the whole context of the conversation, he wasn't racist against it. What he was saying is that everything should be merit-based, and it shouldn't be based off of your gender, or it shouldn't be based off of your color.
Okay, so let me respond to that, brother. And once again, before I go into my diatribe, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Right? When you look at Charlie Kirk, and when you look at the things that he said, mm-hmm. if we're being specific, and I'm going to call him out. Charlie Kirk said his entire, and I'm emotional about this, but I'm just trying to put this aside. His entire spiel, he utilized words to isolate and to bring up some of the most obvious issues within the Black race. He pointed out some of the things that it didn't take a rocket scientist to understand were issues inside of our community. And he harped on them. And he turned those points into dog whistle fodder. Mm-hmm. He played into the racist attitude and the racist concepts that people outside of our culture have about us. When he spoke about Beyonce and her music being terrible, when he made reference to Black pilots, and I heard what he said, he spoke about it more than just once. When he said, he made a point of trying to emphasize the part that it was all DIE, it was all basically affirmative action. And when he got on the airplane and he saw a Black pilot, the first thing, a Black pilot, he said more, he talked about it more than once. I heard him say that, and he said it in a jokingly offensive manner. He said, when I get on the airplane, I see a Black pilot, I automatically start thinking, what are your credentials? How did you get here? Were you a DIE? Were you an affirmative action candidate? Are you actually qualified? As if the airlines, whose job it is, they're in the business of transporting people through the air, would somehow put the credibility or the safety of their company or the safety of their passengers at risk by hiring somebody solely based on the color of their skin because they were Black. And when he talked about, when he said that when he says, when I see somebody Black, I automatically start thinking this and that. And I think about Martin Luther King. And Martin Luther King said, and I'm not going to quote here, but he said, I'm looking forward to the day when Black people are judged by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. What right. Charlie Kirk was proposing time and time again is that he was judging people based on a political process or based on a diversified process aimed to make the playground fair.
That's not what the aim was, Dogface.
But here's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta look at his presentation. His presentation was extremely aggressive, extremely offensive. When you spoke about,
you gotta profile.
You way more offensive and aggressive than he is.
Are you serious?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know either, boy.
I want to tell you that.
Dogface, you not no joke.
No, brother. I want it coming from you.
I don't know either.
That,
and I am too.
That is a compliment. Listen.
Right. So when did we as men start mincing our words?
We'll just finish this point.
Okay,
I'm not going to. So my thing is that Charlie Kirk, he made a living. He rose to the level of fame that he had by pointing out everything that was wrong about Black people in Pacific. Right?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Let me just get this off, bro.
Black people in Pacific. Sir, I'm gonna need you to get that specific correct. Specific, not Pacific. Specific. Not Pacific. Come on, G.
Okay.
I'm being petty right now. I really am. So please, give me grace. I'm being petty.
I'm gonna write down some stuff you said.
Yeah, let me get my pen too. God damn it, I ain't got no secretary around here. But listen, when he talked about Beyonce's music, talked about Martin Luther King, what he said about George Zimmerman, racist motherfucking ass, what he said about Trayvon Martin, the excuse, the justification, right? What he said about George Floyd and how he spoke about George Floyd's murder at the hand of law enforcement in the great state of Minnesota. George Floyd, what he said about him, you cannot expect Black people to listen to what he said when you look at how Black people as a whole feel about how we're treated by law enforcement all over the world, but specifically in this country. He knew that was a hot button issue. He attacked that issue with vigor. He attacked it with no sympathy or empathy for the people who were more primarily affected by George Floyd's death. When he attacked Beyonce, when he attacked the legacy of the Martin Luther King.
Okay, hold on. Let me all right. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Can I ask y'all a question, my fellow Black people? Were y'all affected as a Black person? I'm talking about as an individual. I'm just curious. I just want to know. This ain't me agreeing, disagreeing. I just want to ask a question. Were y'all affected personally as a black man or Black woman? Were you affected personally when George Floyd was, I guess you could say unalived by that cop? Did you personally feel as if like, hey, listen, I need to make sure I protect myself out here in this? I felt offended by that. Anybody? I'm just curious. Like I said, I didn't say what side of the fence I'm on. I'm just asking the question.
He talked about LeBron James, right? There are too many times where Charlie Kirk used what I call and what the whole world knows is dog whistling.
You're not wrong.
To speak to his base, which were mainly white Anglo-Saxon Christian men, aka MAGA supporters. He did too much of that for my liking, bro, without any real justification.
So the majority of what Charlie Kirk spoke towards, that's what you chose to hear, right? Because I have a hard time believing that any of y'all actually was understanding what Charlie Kirk was about before he passed away.
Facts.
And the reason why I say that is because the majority of y'all talking points that y'all had the last time that y'all live streamed was all the same stuff that everybody else was just repeating that everybody else was saying.
Because anytime we don't have to reinvent.
Wait, Dogface, I thought you said you was gonna let me get my shit on.
But I'm allow you. Pardon me for the interruption. Because what he gave the world, as it specifically, I'm talking about Black people. I'm Black. What he gave us was a bunch of
accountability.
A bunch of
accountability.
Yeah, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. I have yet. Listen, man. Y'all can go back. I clipped it up. I've done content on Charlie Kirk, bro. I have not heard anything of him saying, nor did I take offense to anything that he was saying that I haven't already even said myself or I haven't already agreed to in regards to the black community. If somebody, listen, I want to be very clear about this. If somebody blatantly says some out of pocket shit about me as a black man or just the black culture in itself that I deem disrespectful, I'll say something about it. But I have yet to see anything like that. Only from the black community in itself. I've heard more egregious shit from my own black people than I have from a white person. Let that shit sink in for a minute. I've had people in my DMs, in my personal messages, talking about, bruh, your mama should have swallowed before she had you. Nigga, you should unalive yourself because of this. Because the way you thinking, nigga, you a sombo. Nigga, you a coon, bruh. Oh, because I held you accountable? Last time I checked, I hold all people accountable. Black people, white people, Hispanic people, Asian people, all of it. If you're doing some stupid shit, I'm going to say something. It's not just specific to black people. It's not. It just so happened y'all niggas just be in the fucking media all the time. And I see it. So I react to it. Because if I see some white shit popping off, guess what? I'm going to react to it. But what I'm not going to do is sit here and lie on somebody's name. Because if I saw it, I promise you, I would say like, yeah, bro, that nigga was saying some crazy, that nigga was saying some out of pocket shit. But out of all the old videos that I've heard Charlie Kirk talk about, even the ones when he was doing debates with Candace Owens at the same time, I have yet to hear anything in regards to what Charlie Kirk was saying that was remotely racist. He was only speaking in regards to what he knew in regards to the facts and the numbers. So how can you get offended? Oh, I'm sorry. It's because it was a white man that said it. So a black man can't say it. A black man can't hold you accountable. A white man can't hold you accountable. So basically, we shouldn't say shit. Just let black people be. Let them do what they want. Let them off themselves as much as they want to. Don't try to hold them accountable. Don't tell them how fucked up they are. Don't tell them about stop having babies out of wedlock. Don't tell them about none of that shit. Just let them be. Just let them fuck up. Let them do what the fuck they want to do. Let them be on EBT. Let them go and kill each other in the neighborhoods. Let them be in gangs. Let them go in jail. Let them do all of it. Don't say shit to them. That's basically what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me.
Listen, there's nobody who understands, because if you watch some of my content,
I watch all your shit.
I'm really heavy on gangs in Detroit. I'm really heavy on these so-called community activist groups who are waiting for somebody to come with some magic pill to deal with all the negative shit that happens in our black community. Listen, you can't legislate.
Which is why I'm surprised at you, dog face.
Why are you surprised?
I would think that you probably would be the leader at the forefront of actually championing the majority of the stuff that he would say.
Well, I'm
gonna be honest with you. You don't listen. The only reason, because ain't nobody really told you about yourself. Like I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Because see, I'm the type of nigga that's gonna just tell you the truth. The only reason, dog face, that you are, as far as continuing to celebrate the bullshit that's within the community, while at the same time you straddle the line, dog face. You hot sometimes, you cold sometimes. Sometimes I wonder if either you Republican or you Democrat, because you call out the bullshit, but then continue to still support it by allowing for people to still stand in these spaces where they can be victims. When we know that most of the time, the majority of this shit that we go through is self-inflicted wounds. Listen, the one thing about Charlie Kirk, and similar to myself, is that Charlie Kirk didn't dodge no smoke. at all. He was willing to debate you. He was willing to meet. He was going college to campus. He was pulling up on people in real life.
Yep.
And the majority of who he spoke to wasn't even black people. It was liberal white women.
Yep.
It was liberal white women. Yep. That is the people that he held accountable the most.
Yeah.
And so the thing about it is that the thing about us is that when we called up, see, when somebody say something to me and they say, Anton, I don't fuck with you, you wrong, and so on and so forth, I'll be like, all right, I feel you. You know what? I respect that because I got thick skin and I don't live in an echo chamber. I'm not looking for everybody to agree with me. Right. I'm trying to figure out what the right thing is. So even me sitting here talking to you right now, I don't disagree with some of the stuff that you're saying. I actually am taking that in. I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to sleep on that shit and I'm going to consider it.
Yep.
But see, the thing about the most black people is if you're not massaging their ears and telling them what they want to hear, if you're not agreeing with them by default, they don't want to have a conversation. And that's the biggest problem. It wasn't that I agreed with 100% of what Charlie Kirk said, because I don't agree with 100% of what my own mother say. Right? The problem is that, I don't advocate for nobody to die because they got their own opinion, regardless of whether I agree with them or not.
Facts.
Most of my classmates
he cooking right now though.
Adults, so you feel like you're in a place where you belong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to celebrate somebody's death, right? I would rather you be here and me be able to debate you or talk back and forth with you if I disagree with you than to celebrating your death, because now I don't have nobody to spar with. I don't have nobody to try to convince, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the second part is that we dodge accountability like the plague. If somebody say you fucked up, if somebody say, hey, listen, stop killing yourselves. If somebody say, hey, listen, because one of the biggest things that Charlie Kirk used to say about the black community, and I'm surprised y'all ain't even mentioned this, is he would say, hey, listen, if y'all want to fix your community, the first thing you got to do is stop having single parent households.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't want to talk about none of the shit that he said that's actually hitting us, we want to feel like victims. Motherfuckers in the hood talk harder than us and say wilder shit about us than Charlie Kirk ever did, but we get offended at that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
But you said the right thing, Anton. The thing is, look at the messenger and how he was delivering it. See, you missing that part. I understand what you said.
What you mean? Look at the messenger, how it was delivered. What do we talk, bro? What are y'all listening to? What were y'all listening to? What are you talking about? What about the messenger? A family man, a child of a man of God. That's what you're talking about. Look at the messenger. Y'all just want to point the finger at somebody, bro. Y'all don't want to take accountability. Y'all want to point the finger at everybody else except y'allself. You can't sit back. You can't sit back and just take it. You can't just sit back. You know what, man? You right. The community is messed up. We got to do better. Nobody's coming to help us. We have to help ourselves. And if we don't help ourselves, we're going to continue to destroy ourselves. Why is it that we always asking for help? But then when somebody tries to give you a solution, no matter if they're white, black, orange, green, or purple, they give you a solution. They're telling you what they see. And even if they can give you the facts, the data, and statistics behind it. But yet, because it was the person who said it, it was the messenger, all of a sudden it's an issue now. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
What the messenger look like?
No, this is what I'm saying. I understand. I understand what you're saying about
what up?
Listening to his whole message. But who put him in our shoes to be able to give us a message about what we should and shouldn't do?
Y'all not hearing this shit no matter what. I say it and y'all don't listen. If I say it, y'all don't want to hear shit about me. Y'all don't want to kick it with me. The first thing that y'all said is, look at this.
So why would we want to hear it from him? That make sense.
You don't want to hear from nobody.
No, first, let me say something.
Exactly. I just said that. You don't want to. The black community don't want to hear from nobody. That's the problem. It can be another black person telling you exactly what the issue is in the black community, and guess what? Those same black people gonna look at you crazy. They're gonna tell you you're a coon. They're gonna tell you that you dancing for the white man. They're gonna tell you all this extra bullshit. When you just holding their feet to the fire. I don't understand it. I don't get it, bro.
Face. Let me say something. The reason why we don't, my thing is, it's a difference. It's a major difference of delivering a message. If you're just talking about all our fuck up is what's wrong with the black community and you have no solution, that's a problem. You're being judgmental. Don't nobody want to hear a solution after the way he delivered. Like he says, most of the crowd wasn't up until black people started, and more black people started coming.
So you're sensitive is basically what you're saying.
You don't want to hear it. What I'm saying is, the white motherfucker can't say shit about us because they ain't.
You feel me? He about to talk right about his position.
The fuck they want to say. You can say what you want. You can say what you want to them, and they can say what they want to you.
And then, but when they was sad about it, you got a black man backing him. You're a black man.
I don't back people based off of the color of their skin. I back people whether or not I agree with them.
How dare you? To me, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm not gonna change the way you think, and I'm gonna change the way I think. Okay. At the end of the day, it's bullshit. What you speak is bullshit. At the end of the day, I feel like that's you talking about black people. Yeah, we need to be motivated. They stole our identity from day one. Oh everything that these people out here doing and getting rich and being successful, that's something black people invented most of this shit. But at the end of the day, you're not giving us props. You going against us with this white man. And I don't give a fuck if he was orange man. At the end of the day, where's the help? Black.
Listen. We the only culture of people that don't separate ourselves based off of the degenerate motherfuckers versus the people that's actually productive and doing what they're supposed to do. Facts. White people don't fuck with all white people.
Facts.
Asian people will separate themselves. I just got back from Japan last year, and it's a whole city that's dedicated to getting the motherfuckers out of here that's not doing the shit that they're supposed to do. Why do I have to support everything that black people do? Because I'm gonna tell you, I give out scholarships to black people. I employ them. See, I don't go by talking points. I go by real life. I employ the majority black women. I give out scholarships to my alma mater, Cass Tech, $25,000 every single year, $5,000, and I give them specifically to black boys. I be out in the streets passing out $5,000 every 2 weeks to people in the streets, handing it to their hands, not giving it to some bitch ass community organization. So I don't care about what people say. The real work is on the ground. And so my life is a reflection of it. I'm married to a black woman for the last 21 years, right? I'm advocating. I never left my city, even though I have the resources to be able to do so. And I'm always going to be a resident of Detroit. So I don't care about when people say you go against black people. Black people think that just because you say something and hold them accountable and say stop doing fuck shit, that automatically means that you going against them, or because you support something that somebody says that hold us accountable.
He's stereotyping. He put all black people in one.
I go against black culture that continues to celebrate the things that keep us down. I don't go against black people. Black people are respectable. Black people.
So you're saying you against
right now, though.
Oh, maybe. So let me try to bring this.
I don't care about the feelings part.
Let's reel this in, right? So let's reel this in right quick. So listen.
But that's my thing though. Why is it such an issue? Why is it such an issue? Can somebody answer this question for me? No, this is a legitimate question. Why is it that black people can't be held accountable? Without bringing up what happened 400 years ago, we are far beyond that. Most of the people who have gone through that, who have gone through what everybody loves to revert back to, most of them have passed on and they are resting in peace right now. We are in a new day and age where we got softies, where we got so-called woke people, we got people who get offended fairly fucking easy on every goddamn thing. We have a world where you're able to become a multi-millionaire through social media, through YouTube. You can go anywhere that you want to go. You can create any business that you want to create. You can go into any corporate America that you want to go into. You can go into any government that you want to. You have the ability to do anything that you want to do at this point. You have the resources at your fingertips. You can literally go into your phone and find anything that you want to, and it has been made even more simple for you because now you got ChatGPT, that can help you streamline the things that you want to do in this world And yet we still have people out here complaining. We still have people out here making excuses and pointing the finger at everybody else except them fucking selves. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. But in the Black community, you got everybody who's able to pick up their phone. They're able to live stream everything. They want to take pictures of people twerking in the wrong fucking places. They got their phones all over the place, but they're not using it to help themselves progress or move forward in life. But yet they want to point the finger at everybody else. How you on EBT? You got the brand new iPhone. You got the new Jordans on. But yet you still living on EBT. You talking about mindset. You can literally listen. Here's one for you. I got one for you. If you on EBT right now, you can use that to your advantage. How? You can start an entire YouTube channel based off of you being on EBT and you leveling up, getting out of EBT and becoming a successful person, becoming a successful, rich millionaire, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to call it, six-figure earner, whatever you want to call it. You can literally create that on YouTube. And you can use that as building blocks to help you go from ground zero all the way to the highest level that you can possibly go. You can use that as leverage. Listen, I'm on EBT. Listen, you can start it off with, listen, I'm on EBT right now. This is my first video. This is my journey from going from EBT, living in X, Y, and Z hood or living in the hood to leveling up to living in the penthouse downtown, wherever the case may be, living in the penthouse downtown where I got 6 figures in my savings account or over $1 million in my savings account. And I have X, Y, and Z rental properties. I got X, Y, and Z businesses or stocks that I have that I have a share of, and all these different things. Or I got my education and my master's and whatever the case to help me grow and build my legacy and all these different things. You can use that as leverage, but a lot of y'all ain't. I just gave you an idea. I literally just gave you an idea. That should have been Patreon level shit. I just gave you an idea. You're welcome.
So let's just so we're on the same page. So I don't think this issue is about whether I owe you. I don't think that this issue is about.
Larita, what's up?
I heard you try to. Well, I see that you are trying to reference. Is that 5? That's 5.
But you got DoorDash, Dogface? What's going on, man?
You don't stay on my business, Anton. Stay on my business, brother. Stay on my business. So listen. So I hear you say Democrat, Republican. Good brother.
Good brother.
When it comes to the issues that affect Black people by and large,
when too much work bogs you down, Asana helps you handle it. AI makes it easy to hand off routine tasks and stay focused on important work.
Let's mute that. We don't want to hear that. Pretty side, what up with it? All right, here we go.
Just had a conversation on the Ugly Money podcast last night.
It was good.
Shout out to Ugly Money. That's my guy.
Yeah. Well, I spoke about when I spoke about some of the policies from a governmental standpoint that have been most detrimental to Black people as a whole. Those policies were enacted under a Democratic control House, Senate, and presidency. I spoke about the Clinton administration when Joe Biden, when the whole crime reform bill, the welfare reform bill, even criminalizing child support.
Correct.
It all happened under a Democratic-controlled presidency and Congress total.
That's why I be wondering, is you Republican? Well, I don't know what you are, dog face.
Oh, no, bro. Listen, Black people as a whole, they're more conservative. I don't think white people know this, or people who I don't think people don't really study the black community, but black people are more conservative. And
they know it, dog face. They're trying to convince you to distance yourself from the bullshit that y'all support that is liberal and Democrat.
We can argue that point. We can argue Democrat, Republican. I'm of the opinion that it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican. I'm going to support black people have to disengage themselves from the political party in this sense.
Bull City.
I don't care what your political affiliation is. Like, you're from Detroit. I talk to people in the city council. I talk to people who deal with the mayor's office. And I know that you have the Chaldean American, the Arab American. They're always down at the city county building. They're always at the mayor's office trying to champion and trying to force policies and procedures that's going to benefit their race of people.
But see, the reason why it matters, dog face, that we have both black Republicans, it matters that we care about having people on both sides.
I get you, but see, my point is this, Anton. It's not about
because we can't listen. We can't demand anything if they already know that everybody is going one way.
Well, we can't demand.
We can't advocate for anything, dog. Like, no politician gives a fuck about black people.
Absolutely. So
because black people already have made up in their mind that they only gonna vote one way. So it matters from the lens of how do you have them on both sides? We could all disagree here, right? We're gonna fight because we all cousins and we all from the same city. The fact of the matter is, y'all need me just as much as I need y'all, because to live in an echo chamber is to get nothing.
Yeah,
but to work with people that you don't necessarily agree with, but you can find some common ground on, is how you start to solution for things. And so anybody could say, well, no, we shouldn't care about this or we shouldn't care about that. We should, because to speak to your point, we only show up between 9 and 16% at a voter clip in order to get things done. And so if you don't galvanize people, or you don't have people, but we so focus on whether or not we offended, we're not necessarily making progress, and that's what they count on. That's what they're banking on.
So listen, I understand that what they count on and bank on, what people who don't like us and don't care about us, what they count on is a system that was put in place hundreds of years ago. They count on they count on the fact that we've already been so marginalized. They count on the fact that we've already been so disenfranchised. They count on the fact that we've already been so thoroughly brainwashed and conditioned against each other. When you talk about
wrong, dog face.
No, well, listen, there's no people in this country who hate black people more than black people.
Nobody gives a fuck about what black people think, bro. It's not a game of them hating you.
Okay, but listen, brother,
the reason different things, dog. It's a class game. It's not about race, bro.
Hey, listen, brother. Right now, I'm sitting on the perch right now, right? Mm-hmm. So listen, black people, nobody in the world of politics, they don't care about us because we're so divided that we don't have a cohesive thought process about the things that we want to carry forth. Black people as a whole, we're so fractured that we don't have any common ground. And because we don't have any common ground, we don't even believe that we don't even love each other. We don't believe we have anything in common anymore. And so the reason why in the world of politics, they don't give a fuck about us is because we're so divided. There's no cohesive game plan. And you can have one person who says one thing over here and one person who says another thing over here. No race of people, everybody get along. You have Chaldean, we from Metropolitan, we from Detroit. So right. the largest segment of Arabs and Chaldeans outside of the Middle East is in Detroit, right? Correct. So they are always down at the city county building. All Chaldeans and Arabs and Lebanese, and all Chaldeans and Arabs don't get along. But what they do understand is, even though I might not like you, as a whole, we have to push a particular agenda because it's going to benefit us all as a whole. Black people are so disenfranchised and so fractured from a psychological standpoint that we don't even know that we're our own biggest fucking enemies.
Correct. I agree.
And what I'm saying is, it's not about being a Democrat or Republican. So I don't want to get this. I don't want to juxtapose the shit that's going on with Charlie Kirk in the loss of his life.
That's just a jump off point of a bigger conversation.
I get you. So I don't. It's not about being a Democrat or Republican, because as I would like black people to move forward. As we're only going to move forward. We're only going to be able to deal with the conditions that have a negative impact on us as a whole if we band together. There's no legislation that can be enacted that stop a nigga from shooting another nigga and then celebrating it on the fucking rap record. Ain't no policy for that. It is the lack of love and respect and connectivity amongst black people that is the problem with that. And I don't want to reduce this argument.
Well, Dogface, you can't say that then.
I can't say what?
What you just said.
Black people hate each other, and that's by condition, it's by design.
Dogface, if I hadn't taken the initiative, because I'm the biggest YouTuber in Michigan.
You are?
Without a doubt. And if I didn't take the initiative to pull up on y'all and say, hey, let's kick it. Let's have a conversation. How can I kick it with y'all? And then how can I ultimately push y'all and promote y'all? Because I'm tired of these motherfuckers from these other cities and these states in Atlanta and New York pushing each other. And we always got to get it out the mud. And then if I get there, now I got to just sit there by myself. No, I'm looking for other people and other content creators. That's why I watch her shit. That's why I'm pulling up right now. Right. And I want to push y'all. I want y'all to be just as successful. I want y'all to be able to get this content creation money. I want y'all to be able to do it. But see, that's the thing. The first thing that y'all did was, and I'm just going to keep it 100. Fuck that nigga, this and that, whatever. Not one person reached out to me. Not one person hollered at me. Dog, you go on Ugly Money's podcast and you never even hit me up. And I'm in your own city. The fuck is that? So you can't sit here and tell me. No, hold on.
Is this a public scolding?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's hypocritical because you're doing the exact thing that you're preaching against. And I'm in your own city. We don't even have to agree with each other, but we can fucking push each other and get money. And we of the same ilk. We probably touch the same people, touch the same hood. And you didn't reach out to me on some, hey man, let's kick it on some type of shit and let's run this bag up. Y'all was just talking shit.
You like black people, so we didn't want to approach you.
Hold on. Y'all was talking shit, and because I'm a fan, I'm a fan of what y'all doing. I pulled up on my own merit. I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait. And I waited till I seen you live, and I said, I'm gonna pull up and kick it with him, and we gonna figure this shit out. We gonna have some discourse. We're gonna create some good content, and then I'm gonna push you niggas because I actually feel what y'all doing, and I want you niggas to win. So it's hypocritical for you to say that, dog, because in real life, when you get the opportunity to do it, you ain't doing that shit. You ain't doing that shit.
So let me.
Listen. What y'all don't understand? That's a gem, though. That's a gem. That's a gem he just did right there. Because here's the thing: everybody believes that just because that you disagree on something, that don't mean that you can't uplift the next person. You can still be a fan. You can still be a fan of a person and disagree with them 110%. Their shit just may be 100% entertainment. And you love the entertainment factor, but you can be like, you know what? I disagree with you. I really don't agree with none you saying, but it's entertainment. It's entertaining for me. I enjoy the laughter. I enjoy the entertainment that you bring on top of the things that you talk about, even though I disagree with you. You feel me? And so I think that's dope. It also shows humility. It also shows that just because we of the same skin tone and we disagree, that don't mean that I don't still love you. That don't mean I still won't look out for you. That still don't mean I won't show love. I want you to rock out. I still want you to win, even though I don't agree with what you're talking about right now. I'm on the other side of the fence of what you're talking about, but I still rock out, which I'm still a fan of your shit. And that's the thing with a lot of black people too. And what y'all don't understand is that that's a big thing in politics. Yeah, what y'all see on TV, what y'all see in the media and shit, y'all see people on two different sides of the spectrum. They going at each other. They going at each other in public. But guess what? Behind closed doors, they buddy. They sitting down having a cigar together. They sitting down kicking it. They out here laughing at y'all goofy asses. Like, man, these, you know what? These niggas out here talking. They up here making arguments about race, about white people, about this, that, and the third. Man, we over and they over there making a bag off of y'all ass. Why not do the same thing here? I literally just said what, maybe like an hour or so ago earlier in the live stream, where I said, listen, I might have to hit up some people. Hey, a lot of people making a bag off us, Rand. A lot of people, and just people in general, not even black people, just people in general. But I even earlier in the live stream, I said, listen, I might need to hit up a couple of people and strategically tell them, listen, I need you to react to one of my videos. Whether you agree, disagree, or are indifferent about what I'm talking about, I just need you to react to it. You got a little bit more visibility, and look, we're gonna run this shit up together. We're gonna run this YouTube bag up together. Why not? Why not? Why not? Listen, I need to stop talking so much because I might be giving y'all too many gems. I might be giving y'all too many. I might need to put this in the Patreon. I need to put it in the Patreon, but I have to put it in practice first before I do. So, but yeah, this is Patreon level content right here. So let me stop talking.
The reason why you have the YouTube streets, it is because at a point where I was growing 600-700 subscribers a day about 8-9 months ago, I said to myself, I've been doing podcasting before the term podcast was even in popular lexicon. I've been doing podcasting since 2011, when my only examples was Rush Limbaugh and Howard Stern, for better or for worse. The YouTube streets was a concept that came out of my mind, and the whole purpose and the aim and objective is to get other content creators from the great state of Michigan, specifically the Detroit,
but he killing me all together,
and each one
specifically, man. Specifically,
I made it to Ugly Money Podcast. I'm making it to Real Life Street Stars. I'm making it to what was that shit Miami with the Danzler Report, all because that brother down there, Uncle Juice. So my point is to you. So listen, you're right about that. What I should have done.
And notice, I didn't go back at y'all.
No, you know why? So
I never said. No, if you notice, dog, of all the people that I go off on, I never ever pick anybody from Detroit that I ever respond to on some negative shit.
Hey man, it's factual though. At the end of the day,
I've never said anything negative about one Detroit person, not one.
So listen,
I've never talked negative about not one person.
The big kid on the block doesn't. What if I am you? It's like if I'm you, you experience and you hear. It's a lot of conflict. Anton Daniels is the lightning rod, so of course people don't like you. Of course,
I'm cool with that part. And even if we disagree with each other. Even if we disagree with each other, like let's say we doing this shit, right? And we arguing because I want us to create good content, right?
Right.
On the back end, we should still be having conversations like, all right, cool, that was it. Now how we gonna mess this shit and get this money?
True. But you gotta understand that we thought you didn't like black people. So why would
you never reached out to me. So
I'm not reaching out to nobody that agree with.
And that's the problem, because there's plenty of people that I kick it with that I don't necessarily care for, and then they hit me up like, hold on, Anton. Let's figure this shit out, though.
Well, we here now, Anton. We not gonna talk about what we should have.
No. I'm feeling you, but what I'm saying is we have to change our mindset.
Yep.
When it comes to not necessarily liking everybody, because it's plenty of. Listen, the one thing I learned about Republicans going to the White House, meeting the fucking president, and all of that shit. The one thing I know is this: even if they going back and forth publicly, they fuck with each other behind the scenes. They fuck with each other behind the scenes. I'm not talking about me no more. I'm saying that people in general, right? Because one thing that I know about black people is that we are fucking tribal and we will go 10 toes down. We tribal against each other. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that I'm not easily offended, and I'm not sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at the shit and I thought it was dope because it was like, you know what? All right, cool. Now I need to pull up and had a conversation, right? And so it's dope. But my point is that even if y'all say shit that I 100% disagree with, I still fuck with y'all because I focus like 98% of my time on the shit that I like about you, and 2% of my stuff on the shit that I don't necessarily fuck with you about.
Okay, so listen. Let me. I want to bring Boogie into it. I know he has. So let me just tell you this, right? I don't think. So listen, black people. Let's just get this out the way. Black people, right? And I'm heavy on. I was on the Forum magazine.
I seen it. I watched it.
And I said some things about.
I watch everything, bro.
Ray Winans, and Ray Winans said, "Hey, don't like what Dogface said. I would like to have a conversation with him on your platform." And he thought that I was saying something specifically about him and his movement. Hey, listen, I don't think that any community activist group or any member of city council or even the mayor, you can't fix the shit going on in the black community, right? We have a love affair with killing each other and fucking over each other. That's not a Democratic or Republican issue. That's a black issue. And I'm saying I want to say as a people, bro. In the 1950s, as recently as the 1950s and 60s, my family's from Alabama. Didn't matter if you were leaning towards being a Democrat or leaning towards being a Republican. Right. If you were black, you were black. Don't matter if you were Episcopalian, Catholic. Don't matter if you're Muslim. Don't matter if you were Seventh-day Adventist. If you're black, you're black. And my thing is, I took offense to what I believe were you trying to suggest that black people had abandoned black people are the most spiritual people on the face of this planet, even though we're not in tune with ourselves. But when it comes to, it doesn't look like it from the outside, but when it comes to being a forgiving people, if we were not the most forgiving human beings on the face of this planet, then we would be looking for retribution for the things that our forefathers and foremothers suffered at the hands of white America, not all whom were responsible.
Okay, so if you're not looking for retribution, what the fuck are you doing then? You're asking for reparations for what? You ain't doing shit. What are you doing? As a collective. Now I know there are some people out here actually getting it. They're out here getting to it. What are you doing? Besides complaining, besides out here protesting, what are you doing? What businesses are you building? What opportunities are you providing for other black people? What are you doing? Besides protesting, besides getting on live streams, going back and forth about what the white man is doing and all of this shit and what they're not doing. What are you doing in the community? Are you building businesses and creating more jobs for black people? Are you doing that? It's hard for you to even work. It's hard for you to even work together on a surface level. All because this person has a difference of an opinion. Just like I said earlier, you can disagree with everything that I say. But if I rock with you and your character is on point, we good. We can still be on two different sides of the fence. But because you are a great person, you are of great character, I rock with you. So look, even though we on two sides of the fence, look, we need to figure out how we could get to a bag together. We need to figure out how we can create more opportunities for other black folks. How can we build businesses and create more and give more jobs to the people in the community so that way we can get these niggas out of the fucking streets? But y'all don't want to do that. Because y'all got a selfish mindset. You too worried about what a person thinks or what background he from, or oh, you dancing for the white man. Ain't nobody dancing for nobody, bro. I just believe in what I believe in. I see things from a different perspective. That's it. But guess what? That don't mean we still can't get money together, though. That don't mean we still can't build businesses. That don't mean we still can't create a better community. That don't mean that at all. It don't mean that we can't do that. But you so stuck in your feelings, you so stuck in your ways. Man, I don't fuck with that nigga for real though, bro, because that nigga think like that, man. Nigga coon, bro. Like, I don't fuck with niggas like that, bro. Like, for real, I ain't got time for niggas like that. But guess what? You ain't even doing shit for the community. You ain't out here doing nothing. You just talking. You ain't building nothing for nobody. Just talking.
But you don't have to have all of one people who all agree about one thing in order for that one thing to happen. Now, I want to strike it here. Charlie Kirk, he gave us
in the middle, tried to trade.
He gave us.
Yeah, I saw that, bro. I saw that.
Hate-filled speech. And
he was like,
"It's appropriate."
Listen, bro.
For black people.
And look, low key, it was kind of shade too. It was kind of shade when Anton was trying to give her props or whatever. But it was like, shit, nigga. Hey, can we get them? Can we trade? Can we get your chicks on? Can we get the after hour girls on this one? He low key threw some shade at, like, man, we got some ugly bras on here, bro. He definitely did that. He tried it. I think she missed it though. She definitely missed it. She definitely missed it.
To be trying to legislate or trying to spank other people for their disposition towards somebody who has presented himself to be unbridled, unrestrained biggit.
I disagree with you. We're not gonna see eye to eye on that point. I think that Charlie Kirk was absolutely positively 100%.
Hey, listen, he called out.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, bro, they just cool. You see, you don't see eye to eye. Game of Stripe, they